kind of like the I had a cold version of Friday favorites. That's a giant swatch. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just making it up. I don't know. Hey guys, welcome back. So I've got Friday favorites and Fooeys for you today, and this is going to be kind of a different sort of Friday favorites because I mentioned in last week's favorites that I was getting sick, or I thought I was getting sick, and then if you follow me on Snapchat, I was so sick with a bad cold, especially over the weekend, the beginning of the week. So I just didn't feel that great. So this is going to be kind of like the I had a cold version of Friday favorites because I've got just super quick, minimal, fast makeup sort of items. So either I didn't wear makeup or I wore very little or just something fast. So I'm feeling much better. I still kind of sound a bit mannish, but I'm doing a lot better. So anyway, it's going to be kind of a different sort of Friday favorites, which is cool. I mean, because sometimes we all get colds. Sometimes we have to talk about what sort of makeup works when you have a cold. So let's get into it. So I definitely didn't have anything on my nails this week. Didn't want to fiddle with that. But as far as eyeshadow, I just wanted something super minimal if I did wear makeup. So I have a couple of combos where I would do some kind of a base with some kind of a just one shadow look on top of it. So first off was the Laura Mercier Caviar Stick Eye Color in Amethyst, and I layered it with the e.l.f. Baked Shadow in Burnt Plum. I heard Melanie, Mr. Kong's mom, talk about this in her fall favorites, her eyeshadow favorites, and I was like, oh, I need to break that back out because it's so pretty. So Amethyst is like just a really pretty kind of like taupey purple. It is beautiful by itself. Actually, I'm going to show you by itself, and then I'll show you layered with Burnt Plum. So it's a really pretty taupey shade. It's gorgeous. I'll show you in a second. Why am I showing you now? I'm going to show you in a second. And then Burnt Plum is, it's like a burnt plum. I mean, really, that's what it looks like. It's a plum, and I don't know, it's like kind of coppery. It's really pretty. By itself, it's not crazy pigmented, but either worn with Fix Plus, so kind of like foiled, or over a base, it's really, really pretty. Oh my gosh, and over Amethyst, yeah, it just makes a really pretty color. Okay, so here is Amethyst by itself. There is Burnt Plum by itself, and there they are layered together. So really beautiful, and I mean, you know, if you just aren't feeling good and you just want to get out the door, this is a great option because this is going to, having a base is really going to help it stick on your lids. But then if you kind of blend your base up and then blend up your shadow on top of that base, it just almost, I mean, it gives you that kind of crease color and just blurs out that line, and you've got a one shadow look. So I love that. So pretty, and kind of pretty for fall. I mean, this was in her fall favorites for a reason because that's a beautiful fall color, and then I like it layered with the kind of taupey purple underneath because it gives it a little bit more of a taupey plum look to it. Really pretty. And the other combo that I wore was the Maybelline Color Tattoo in Bad to the Bronze, which mine is looking pretty old. I probably need a new one. And I layered it with Colourpop's So Quiche. This is really pretty. So Quiche is honestly probably my favorite Colourpop shadow, which says a lot because I love Colourpop and I love their shadows. But So Quiche is like, it's just so weird. I mean, I've said that before, that it's just something different. It's just a really cool shade. That's why I love it. So anyway, Bad to the Bronze. Just a really, you've seen this probably a million times, just a really pretty bronzy shade. I wore this by itself one day and just kind of blended it into my crease and, you know, got something on my eyes. Really easy. But with So Quiche over it, So Quiche is like this strange, greenish, purpley, taupey, something or other that ends up being amazing. It really does. And over Bad to the Bronze, oh my gosh, it's amazing. That's a giant swatch. Why did I make such a big swatch there? I'm really not sure, but you can really see that swatch. I want you to really see that swatch. So anyway, So Quiche is just, it's really cool, and it makes for a perfect one shadow look because it has that like dimension to it. So blended into your crease, it gives it that sort of, I don't know, depth to the look, that it looks like, you know, it catches the light in certain ways, so it doesn't look like one shadow. It catches the light so it looks like multiple shadows on your eye when you're just wearing one. So beautiful, love that combo. And then for blush this week, I pretty much just wore one, but before I started feeling really bad, I did break out MAC's Melba and really enjoyed it. This is one of my all-time favorite blushes from MAC in general. It's just such a pretty, everyday, warm sort of a color. It's peachy, but it's also neutral. What is this? It's a matte, it says. Sometimes mattes on me almost look satin. Like I feel like I can see a tiny bit of a sheen to it, but maybe not. Maybe I'm just making it up. I don't know. Anyway, it's just a really pretty peachy shade. It does have a little bit of, almost like a little bit of pink in it, I think I see. Like it looks like it has a little bit of pink, a little bit of neutral shades, but it's mostly a peach. It's hard to define because it's one of those pretty, it goes with everything sort of blush colors. And it's easy, it's beautiful, wears really well. I love MAC blushes. And then what I wore almost the whole week and what I've got on my cheeks right now is NARS's Paloma. This just is the one and done easy cheek product. I can't even remember if it's called a blush bronzer or a bronzing blush or something like that. It's something around there. I don't know, but it's just Paloma is what I call it. It's Paloma. So I don't really use the highlighter in there. It's just kind of like a matte sort of a highlight. You could use it if you wanted to, but I just really don't grab for it. But I love the, like, you know, bronzing blush, blushing bronzer, whatever it is sort of deal. This is like right in between a bronzer and a blush color. And they have different ones like in this line, so you don't have to get Paloma, but I would definitely recommend getting a product like this. This reminds me of Benefits Dallas in that it's that sort of a product that's right in between a blush and a bronzer. So it makes for a really easy look. So if you look at it, it's mainly, it looks like a bronzer, but it has just a little bit of pink in it where it works as kind of wearing it as a blush. So this is literally all I have on my cheeks today. Like I've got it up on my forehead even, I've got it on my cheeks, I've got a little bit on my neck, which is what I was doing when I wasn't feeling well, when I was just wanting, you know, something quick and fast. Paloma is a great option. So is Dallas from Benefit. On my lips this week, I really didn't wear much of anything except for chapstick, which I'm going to share a chapstick favorite with you in a second. It's probably going to surprise you. But I did film a review on these new lip crayons. I filmed this before I started feeling really terrible, but I am super impressed with these. I'm wearing this one right now. This one's my favorite. And first off, I can't get over this color, that it's like so vampy, fall, red, plum sort of a shade. What is it? Let me tell you. I do this all the time. I just get excited and start blabbering on, and I don't tell you what I'm talking about. This is the Delium Tools Auto Lip Crayon in Sinister Rouge. I really am impressed with all these. I really like the formula on them, but this one is my standout favorite. Oh, this is so pretty. And yeah, it's just like a plummy wine sort of a color. So I love this shade, but this formula, it is so creamy and comfortable. It glides on the lips, but it really sticks around. So I put some of these on the back of my wrist for my blog post, and no joke, it was there for days. I kept looking down and I was like, they're still there. So I had to really scrub to get those off. I mean, I kind of like tried to use like, you know, a Wet n Wild makeup wipe or makeup remover or whatever, and it really didn't take it off. And so I would like try again, and then I just kind of forgot about them, and just like generally washing my hands, it stayed around for several days until I really scrubbed at it with like an oil-based makeup remover. These don't say anything about being like long wearing or staining or anything like that. They're just marketed as being comfortable and having nourishing ingredients in them, which they definitely are, and they're very nourishing, they're very comfortable on the lips, but I find them to be long wearing too. So I'm really impressed with these. I love them, and this color is just so gorgeous, Sinister Rouge. So then the random chapstick favorite for me this week, and this is so funny because Timothy swears by this chapstick. He is very particular that he wants his Walgreens cherry flavor Chap lip balm. He really feels like this is his favorite, and honestly, I can see why. Because I've used his in the past, like not when I'm sick, but just when, you know, after like lip swatch videos or whatever, and I would say, can I try your chapstick? And he was like, yeah, so he let me, you know, use it. And I really found that it does work. I mean, I'm scared of what's in it. I mean, it says Padimate, which is sunscreen, and petrolatum, skin protectant, which is honestly probably, I don't even know what that is, but it's probably scary, but it works. And so he bought me one this week when I was sick, because you know, your lips just get so dry from blowing your nose and all the beautiful things that go along with the cold, just so glamorous, you know, all the situation makes your lips just so dry. This really did the trick and helped my lips so much. I mean, it kind of smells like Tylenol, you know, like the liquid Tylenol. Did you ever drink the liquid cherry Tylenol as a kid? It smells like that to me. So not the greatest smell, but it works. So yeah, this is my chapstick favorite this week. And again, I didn't have any standout Fooeys this week, so just all things that I was loving. So I hope that you really enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did, and let me know down below what you have been loving this week, or maybe not so much loving. I always enjoy hearing your favorites. Thank you so much for all the well wishes. You guys are so sweet to me, and I just love you to pieces. Let me know your weekend plans or any questions that you have about any of these products. I'm always happy to answer those. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!